Hey my dear lovely students, a very good morning to all of you. Once again I welcome you all in the today's video session. In the today's class we will be starting on with a new chapter, that is chapter 8 of your course book, that is ratio. In this particular class we will be discussing about what is a ratio, types of ratios and properties of ratio. So do remember to watch the complete video till the end for the better explanation of your chapters, and please do solve all the questions which you get every day through WhatsApp group and send me a copy of that particular homework, otherwise your attendance will not be made. So without wasting any more time, let's straight start our today's video, and do remember to watch all the videos of previously uploaded. Thank you. So let's start on with ratio. This is chapter 8 of RS Agarwal book. In today's topic, we will be discussing about ratio. What is mainly ratio? So, before starting on with ratio, we will understand what ratio is. Suppose there are two children. One name is A and the other's name is B. They both received chocolates from their mother. Mother gave 2 chocolates to A and 3 chocolates to B. Mother gave 2 chocolates to A and 3 chocolates to B. Again, mother gave 2 more chocolates and 3 more chocolates to B. Let's take it one time more. Mother gave 2 more chocolates to A and 3 more chocolates to B. When we calculate the total number of chocolate, we can see that A has 6 chocolates and B has 9 chocolates. B has 9 chocolates. So what we are trying to conclude here is that the number of chocolates A has and the number of chocolate B has. The number of chocolate A had was 2 and the number of chocolates B had was 3. So the comparison between the chocolates, comparison between the quantity of both the chocolates here is 2 by 3, or we can say 2:3. Here also 2 by 3 or 2:3, and here also 2:3. And what about the total chocolates comparison? It is 6 by 9 or 6:9. We call it ratio or is to 6:9, or simply we can say 6:9, or the specific term of this 2 point is colon 6:9. So what is basically ratio? Ratio is basically comparison of 2 quantities. Here we are comparing the chocolates of A and chocolates of B. So what is ratio? Again 6:9. When we divide this into simplest form, what do we get? 2 3s are 6. 3 2s are 6 and 3 3s are 9. 2 by 3. So this was the specific amount of chocolates each had. I hope it is clear. So let's move on to what is ratio. A ratio is comparison. A ratio is comparison of 2 quantities or more than 2 quantities, of 2 or more quantities. A ratio is comparison of 2 or more quantities of the same kind, and in the same unit. What is ratio? A ratio is comparison of 2 or more quantities of the same kind and in the same unit. What does this mean? That ratio is a comparison of two quantities of same kind. Here we were comparing chocolates. These are example of kind. And when we talk about unit, either they can be meter, centimeter, kilometer, hectometer, decimeter, milligram, kilogram, even any specific quantity. So what is ratio? Ratio is comparison between two quantities of the same kind and in the same unit. What does more specifically this means? That we cannot compare chocolates ratio twice. We cannot compare the chocolates with twice. Ratio should be of same kind or of the same unit. That is, meter will be comparison with meter, or simply meter can also be compared with kilometer, as kilometer can be written as 1000 meter. 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meters. So meter is equal to meter. So we can compare these two units. So what is ratio? Ratio is comparison of two or more quantities of the same kind and in the same unit. For example, let A is to B a ratio. A is to B, it can be written as A ratio B or A by B. Suppose we have any two ratios, that is A by B or A is to B. Any ratio can be expressed in the form of fraction. A ratio B can be written as A by B, or 2 ratio 3 can be written as 2 by 3. 3 ratio 4 can be written as 3 by 4. Suppose you got 15 marks out of 18 marks in your exam. So what will be the ratio? 18 upon 15. I hope it is the example which you all are aware with. This is how we calculate marks. You got 75 marks out of total. What was total? 100. So what will be your ratio? 75 upon 100. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's see more about ratio. So in the ratio, A by B or A ratio B, A is called the first term. A is called the first term or antecedent. रेशियो में जो फर्स्ट ए जो है वो फर्स्ट टर्म है और इसको बोलते हैं एंटीसीडेंट या फर्स्ट टर्म. एंड बी इज कॉल्ड द सेकंड टर्म और कंसीक्वेंट. बी को बोलते हैं सेकंड टर्म or consequent. In any ratio, A by B or 2 by 3, 5 by 7, anything, the first term will be considered as antecedent and the second term will be considered as consequent. I hope it is clear to everyone. I hope it is clear to everyone. In the ratio, the first term is called antecedent and the second term is called consequent. Let's understand about the properties of ratio. Properties of ratio. Ratio has two important properties. And what are they? The first property. A ratio remains unchanged if we multiply by the same non-zero quantity. This is the first property of ratio. What does this say? A ratio remains unchanged if we multiply the same non-zero quantity. If we multiply any number in the ratio will not change. There will be no effect in the ratio, but there is a condition the number through which the ratio is multiplied should be a non-zero, मतलब जीरो नहीं होना चाहिए. Let's take example over here. Suppose I give you a number, give you a ratio 2/3, and you multiply it by 2. What do we get? We are multiplying with 2 in both the numerator and denominator. It is the first term and the second term. 2 2 ja 4, 3 3 ja 9. Again we have 2/3. Suppose we are multiplying with 3. What do we get? 3 2 ja 6, 3 3 ja 9. So there is no change in the ratio. Why am I saying that there is no change in the ratio? Because when we cut it, 2 2 ja 4 and 3 2 ja 6. I'm so sorry. 2 2 ja 4 and 2 3 ja 6. 3 2 ja 6 and 3 3 ja 9. 2/3 is same as 2/3. Again 2/3 is same as 2/3. As you can see that there is no change in the ratio. This implies that whenever we multiply the ratio by the same non-zero quantity, the ratio does not change. There is no change in the ratio. This is the first property of ratio. And for better explanation, what can we write? Let the ratio be a ratio b. Suppose I am letting that the ratio be a by b. The ratio is a by b. We can write a by b multiplied by m and b multiplied by m. We are multiplying a non-zero number m. M is not equal to 0. What do we get? A into m divided by b into m. And what do we see? That when we cancel out both of these, m and m will cancel. Again we are left with a upon b. So multiplying a ratio by a non-zero number does not change the ratio. I hope the first property is clear to all of you. Let's move on to second quantity. A ratio remains unchanged if we divide by the same non-zero quantity. The ratio remains unchanged if we divide by the same non-zero quantity. Like we have done multiplication, again in division, if we divide the ratio by a non-zero quantity, the ratio does not change. Let's understand this. Let the ratio be a by b or a ratio b. Then a by b divided by m divided by m. M is not equal to 0. A divided by m can be written as a by m ratio. B divided by m can be written as b by m. This means that a by m ratio b by m, and as I talked to you earlier that this ratio can be written as fraction, so we can write a by m fraction b by m. And what do we understand from here? That we can write a by m multiplied by m will go in the numerator part, that will be the cross multiplication, so we can write m upon b. M will cancel m, we are left with a by b, which is equal to a ratio b. I hope it is clear to everyone. So either we multiply or divide the ratio with a non-zero number, it does not affect the ratio. Let's take an example. Suppose we have a ratio 16, ratio 20. I am dividing 16 with 4 and 20 with 4. Will it change the ratio? 4 4 ja 16 and 4 5 ja 20. What do we get? 4 by 5. And when we convert this into simplest form, 4 4 are 16 and 4 5 are 20. 4:5. Both are same. As we can see that either the multiplication or the division of fraction does not change the fraction. It always remains same. Multiplying or dividing a ratio with the same non-zero number does not change the number. I hope it is clear to everyone. One more topic which we will discuss today are types of ratio. Types of ratio. What we will study, there are two types of ratio. First, part to part, and second, part to whole. There are two types of ratio which we will study here, is part to part and part to whole. Recall the first example which I taught you. The boy A got 2 chocolates and boy B got 3 chocolates. So what we were doing? We were finding out the ratio of both boys A ratio B. And what was it? A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3. So A ratio B will be equal to 2 ratio 3. This is example of part to part. Since we are finding the ratio of one part with other part, so this is an example of part to part. Let's take one more example. Example 1, example 2. Suppose a farmer, his name is Anil, has 5 cows, and other farmer named Vikas has 9 cows. If I ask you the ratio of both the cows to their farmers, what will be your answer? You will find that Anil ratio Vikas, or you can find Vikas ratio Anil. That does not matter because I am asking about the ratio. So Anil ratio Vikas. Anil, how many cows does Anil have? 5 cows ratio 9 cows. So what will be your answer? 5 ratio 9. So here we are discussing about the part to part. We are finding ratio of one part to the other part. So this is an example of part to part ratio. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's move on to, this was the first part to part. Now let's move on to part to whole. Second, part to whole. Again, recall the first example. A had 2 chocolates and B had 3 chocolates. In part 2 whole chocolate, in part 2 part comparison, this is number 2. In part 2 part we were comparing one part of chocolate to the other part of chocolate. But in part 2 whole, we will compare one part to the whole. That means total chocolate. Part 2 whole, that is A ratio A plus B, or B ratio A plus B. Part 2 whole, 2 chocolates divided by total. Total how many chocolates? 3 plus 2, 5. 2 by 5. Or we can write B 3 by 3 plus 2, 5. This is part 2 whole. Let's take an example over here. A class has 50 students in which 20 are boys and 30 are girls. Find the ratio of first question, boys to girls. Second question, girls to boys. Third question, boys to total student. Fourth number, girls to total student. This is a question. A class has 50 students in which 20 are boys and 30 are girls. I am asking you to find the ratio of boys to girls, girls to boys, boys to total student and girls to total student. Since a class has 50 students and boys are 20, we can write boys is equal to 20 and girls. Solution, we are solving. And girls is equal to 30. So in the first question we had to find the ratio of boys to girls. First question, boys ratio girls, boys ratio गर्ल्स. सबसे पहले बॉयज है इसलिए बॉयज को फर्स्ट लिखेंगे. बॉयज रेशियो गर्ल्स. व्हाट इज द नंबर ऑफ बॉयज? 20. व्हाट इज द नंबर ऑफ गर्ल्स? 30. We can solve it in simplest form. 20 ratio 30 can be written as 20 by 30. 0 will cancel 0. What is our ratio? 2 ratio 3. I hope it is clear to everyone. In this particular question we are discussing about पार्ट टू पार्ट. बॉयज के पार्ट को गर्ल्स के पार्ट से कंपैरिजन कर रहे हैं. सो दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ पार्ट टू पार्ट टाइप ऑफ रेशियो. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, गर्ल्स टू बॉयज. आई होप यू ऑल कैन सॉल्व. गर्ल्स रेशियो बॉयज. हाउ मेनी गर्ल्स आर देयर? 30. रेशियो हाउ मेनी बॉयज आर देयर? 20. 30 ratio 20 can be written as 30 by 20. 0 will cancel 0. So what do we get? 3 ratio 2. I hope it is clear to everyone. Third question. In the third question we are discussing about boys to total student. And now you can understand whenever I am saying total, what does this mean? Comparison of part to whole. एक किसी पार्ट का पूरे से कंपैरिजन हो रहा है. बॉयज टू टोटल स्टूडेंट. सो आई कैन राइट हियर बॉयज रेशियो टी स्टूडेंट. टी मीन्स टोटल स्टूडेंट. व्हाट इज द नंबर ऑफ बॉयज? नंबर ऑफ बॉयज वाज 20. व्हाट इज टोटल स्टूडेंट इन क्लास? टोटल स्टूडेंट इज नंबर ऑफ बॉयज प्लस गर्ल्स, दैट इज 50. So we can find the ratio. 20 ratio 50 will be equal to 20 by 50. 0 will cancel 0. What do we get? 2 by 5. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let's move on to last question, that is girls to total student. Question number 4. Girls to total student. What was the number of girls? Girls was 30. And what is total student? As you all know, total student in the class was 50. So girls to total student. Girls ratio total student. Number of girls 30 ratio total student 50. What do we get? 30 by 50. 0 will cancel 0. What is our required ratio? 3 by 5 or 3 ratio 5. I hope it is clear to everyone. This is how we define ratio, types of ratios and properties of ratio. In this particular class, we studied about ratio. What is ratio? The ratio is basically comparison of two quantities of same kind and same unit. This is ratio. Ratio and its properties. What are the properties of ratio? If we multiply, अगर किसी भी रेशियो में किसी सेम नॉन जीरो नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई या डिवाइड किया जाए तो दैट डज नॉट चेंज द रेशियो. Next, we studied about the types of ratios. There are two types of ratios. The first is part to part and the second is part to whole. What is part to part? In part to part ratio, we compare one part to the other part. Let me write a define for you. Part to part ratio. In this type of ratio, we compare one part to the other part. Second, part to whole. In this type of ratio, we compare one part to the whole part. Whole part, that is sum of two parts. Whole का मतलब पूरा, and पूरा कैसे मिलेगा? दोनों parts के addition पे. So there are two types of ratios which we have discussed so far, is part to part and part to whole. In this type of part to part, we compare one part to the other part, and in part to whole we compare one part to the whole part पूरे से, that is sum of two parts. I hope it is clear to everyone. This was the beginning of ratio. It is a very interesting and easy chapter which you all can solve it very quickly, and if you have doubt anywhere, I'm there for you. You don't need to worry about it. You can solve each and every question very clearly. One more thing which we will study now is about the simplest form. Ratio in simplest form. When we will know that the ratio is in simplest form? Fraction. You all recall fraction. In fraction also we studied simplest form. And what is ratio? Ratio is basically fraction. So here also we will study simplest form. Ratio in simplest form. The ratio A ratio B is said to be in simplest form if the HCF of A and B is 1. When we can say that the ratio is in simplest form? The ratio A ratio B is said to be in simplest form if the HCF of A and B is 1. And this is when we say that the ratio is in simplest form. I hope you all recall this in the fraction. It is everything same. Now let's take a example, short example. Express ratio 75 ratio 125 in simplest form. 75 ratio 125 को simplest form में दिखाना है. In simplest form, what we will do? We will simply write 75 by 125. What we all can do? We can think किस नंबर से ये कटेगा. 25 3 जा 75, 25 5 जा 125, 3 by 5 और 3 ratio 5 is our answer. We all can do, but there is other way by finding the HCF, and that will be a very easy method for long numbers. This was a short number, so we can easily conclude that 75 and 125 can be divided by 25. And what if I give you a long number, large number of 5 digit or 6 digit? What will you do? We will simply find the HCF, 75 and 125. HCF by long division, 75 and 125. 75 1 just 75, 5 minus 5 0, 12 minus 7 5, 50. We will divide 75. 51 ja 50, remainder 25. I am solving here. 25 will divide 50. 25 2 ja 50. What is our HCF? What is our HCF? 25 is our HCF. So we will divide with which number? 25. 25 3 ja 75 and 25 5 ja 125. This is our answer. Or we will write 3:5. Probably this is the best way because we are studying the chapter ratio. I hope it is clear to everyone, and please do watch the complete video, then only you can understand it clearly and solve all the questions. If still you find any problem, please ask me through commenting. I'll definitely reply your comments and make a separate video, and try to make a separate video and on that particular topic. Watch this video regularly, repeat it 2 times or 3 times so that you can understand it very clearly. And all your doubts and questions are always welcomed. You can anytime ask to me. I'll try to solve all your questions. In the next class, we will be studying about various numerous questions on ratios and a different approach and a different way of converting it into simplest form. Till then, thank you all. Have a good day.